Hey, you know I hate to see people get ripped off. And one of the biggest rip-offs out there is paying someone to do an oil change. It's one of those things that seems complicated, but really isn't. Think about it. Why pay upwards of $50 or more when you can do it yourself for a fraction of the cost? When it's something you can easily do yourself, not only do you save money, but you also get to know your car better. Plus, there's a certain satisfaction that comes with doing it yourself. Listen, changing your own oil is about the simplest car maintenance you can do. It doesn't require any special skills or expensive tools. All you need is a little bit of time and the right guidance. But there are some mistakes I see people making all the time that can cost you big time. From using the wrong type of oil to not tightening the oil filter properly, these errors can lead to serious damage. So stick around and I'm going to show you exactly what not to do and give you some tips to make the process as smooth as possible, so you can keep that car running smooth as silk for years to come. Trust me, your wallet and your car will thank you. Let me tell you something, folks. Delaying your oil change is like playing Russian roulette with your engine. See, that oil, it's got a tough job. It's constantly lubricating all those moving parts in your engine, keeping them from grinding themselves to dust. But over time, that oil gets dirty, breaks down and loses its magic touch. And when that happens, you're looking at increased wear and tear, reduced fuel efficiency. Follow your manufacturer's recommended oil change intervals. Alright, listen up. Using the wrong oil in your car is like trying to shove a square peg in a round hole. If you put in the wrong stuff, you're going to have problems, believe me. So before you even think about touching that oil cap, do yourself a favor and crack open that owner's manual. Hey, you ever see an engine clogged up with sludge? It ain't pretty. This little guy works tirelessly, filtering out all the gunk and grime that builds up in your engine. But just like everything else, it gets dirty over time. Neglecting to replace a clogged oil filter is like trying to breathe through a dirty rag. So do yourself a favor and make it a rule. Every time you change your oil, you change that filter too. Listen, I know you're excited to give your engine the royal treatment, but when it comes to engine oil, more is not always better. Overfilling your engine oil is like pumping your tires up to 50 psi. See, too much oil can lead to foaming, increased engine pressure, and even damage to your seals and gaskets. So how do you avoid this costly mistake? Simple, just use your dipstick. Alright, on the flip side of things, we've got underfilling your engine oil. This is like sending your car out into the desert with half a bottle of water. When you don't give it enough, you're essentially starving it of lubrication. And when that happens, you're looking at increased friction, overheating, and in extreme cases, even engine seizure. Just like with overfilling, the key is to use your dipstick. Alright, the drain plug. This little piece of metal might seem insignificant, but it plays a crucial role in your car's health. It's the gatekeeper of your engine oil, and without it, you're in for a world of trouble. It's a small but mighty piece of metal, and if you're not careful, you can really mess things up. Think of it as the unsung hero of your vehicle's engine. A simple mistake here can lead to catastrophic consequences. Cross-threading or over-tightening the drain plug is like trying to force a screw into a piece of wood that's too small. It's a recipe for disaster. You might think you're securing it, but you're actually setting yourself up for a big problem down the road. You're going to strip the threads, crack the oil pan, and end up with a giant mess. Imagine oil leaking everywhere, not to mention the costly repairs. It's not just about the money, it's about the time and effort you'll need to fix it. So how do you avoid this nightmare scenario? The key is to handle the drain plug with care and precision. Treat it like a newborn baby, delicate and fragile. First off, make sure you're using the right size wrench or socket. This might seem basic, but it's often overlooked. The right tools make all the difference. Remember, gentle but firm is the name of the game here. You want to secure it, but not too tight. A torque wrench can be your best friend in this situation, ensuring you apply just the right amount of pressure. Double check your work. A few extra seconds can save you hours of headache later. Make sure everything is snug and secure, but not overdone. Your car and your wallet will thank you. I can't believe I have to say this, but I've seen it happen more times than I can count. Forgetting to tighten the drain plug is like leaving your front door wide open when you go on vacation. You see that oil pouring out all over your driveway? Yeah, that's your car's lifeblood draining away. So before you even think about putting that wrench away, do yourself a favor and double-check that drain plug. Using the wrong oil filter is like trying to fit a square filter into a round air purifier. If you try to use the wrong one, you're going to have problems. So how do you avoid this costly mistake? Simple, just check your owner's manual. Listen, I know gaskets might seem like small and insignificant little things, but trust me, they play a crucial role in keeping your engine running smoothly. Reusing old, worn-out gaskets is like trying to seal a leaky faucet with a piece of chewing gum. And when that happens, you're going to have leaks. So how do you avoid this messy situation? Simple, just replace your gaskets every time you change your oil. Trust me, it's a small price to pay for peace of mind. All right, the oil cap, it's one of those things that's so simple it's easy to forget about, but trust me, forgetting to reinstall the oil cap is like leaving the lid off your blender. When you forget to put it back on, you're essentially turning your engine into a giant dirt magnet. So, how do you avoid this rookie mistake? Simple, just make it a habit to always check for the oil cap after you're done working on your engine. Listen, I'm not going to lie, spills happen. Even the most experienced mechanics have a spill every now and then. Spilling oil during an oil change is like spilling grape juice on a white carpet. But more importantly, it can also be dangerous. Oil is slippery, and if it spills on your garage floor, it can create a slipping hazard. So how do you avoid making a mess? First off, always have a drain pan or container that's big enough to catch all the oil. Alright, so you've just finished changing your oil. It's a satisfying feeling knowing that you've taken a crucial step in maintaining your vehicle's health. You're feeling good, you're ready to hit the road. But hold on a second. There's one more important step you shouldn't skip. Before you do, there's one last thing you need to do. Check for leaks. This step is crucial to ensure that all your hard work doesn't go to waste. A small leak might not seem like a big deal, but over time it can lead to a significant loss of oil, which can damage your engine. Even a minor leak can cause major problems if left unchecked. So how do you check for leaks? It's simpler than you might think, and it can save you a lot of trouble down the road. Simple, just start your engine, let it run for a minute or two, and then carefully inspect the area around the drain plug and oil filter for any signs of oil seepage. Look for any drips or wet spots that could indicate a leak. If you spot anything unusual, address it immediately to prevent further issues. Tighten any loose components and make sure everything is secure. Regularly checking for leaks can help you catch small problems before they become big ones, ensuring your vehicle runs smoothly and efficiently. Alright, you've changed your oil, you've checked for leaks, and now you're left with a container full of dirty, used oil. Disposing of old oil improperly is not only illegal, it's also incredibly harmful to the environment. See, that used oil is full of all sorts of nasty stuff. Heavy metals, carcinogens, the works. So how do you dispose of used oil properly? Simple, just take it to a certified oil recycling center. Most auto parts stores and some gas stations will accept used oil for recycling. All right, this one should go without saying, but I've seen enough people get burned to know that it needs to be said. Changing your oil with a hot engine is like trying to handle a hot frying pan with your bare hands. So how do you avoid getting burned? Simple. Just let your engine cool down completely before you start working on it. I'd recommend waiting at least 30 minutes to an hour. Listen, I know you want to save money wherever you can, but when it comes to engine oil, using low-quality or expired oil is like playing Russian roulette with your engine. When you use cheap, low-quality oil, you're essentially depriving your engine of the lubrication and protection it needs. So how do you avoid this costly mistake? Simple. Just use high-quality oil that meets the specifications outlined in your owner's manual. And don't even think about using expired oil. There you have it, folks. Those are 15 costly oil change mistakes you absolutely need to avoid. Remember, taking care of your car doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. By following these simple tips and avoiding these common mistakes, you can save yourself a lot of headaches and keep your car running smoothly for years to come. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more car care tips and tricks.